Thank you for joining us for Sitting Down with Sam on Public Access. I'm your host, Sam Danneberg, and I'm joined today by University of Arkansas junior and veteran instructor at the indoor cycling gym Cycle Bar. Welcome to the show, Aly Covington.
Thank you for having me.
So could you tell us a little bit about what you do at Cycle Bar?
Yes, so I am a cycle instructor, and so Cycle Bar, it's an indoor cycling studio, and so you have a 45-minute class. That's our classic. We have a 30-minute as well, but 45-minute is what we usually do. And we have fun music, we have cool lights, and it's just a workout that has a little bit different of a dynamic than just your regular day-to-day workout.
And how'd you get started there?
So the summer after my senior year of high school, I was looking to get into a job, and Cycle Bar was opening in the indoor mall right by my house, and so I decided to go apply. And at first I was just going to be one of the front desk workers, but then I saw that they were hiring instructors, and I was like, well, I might as well try it. And so I tried out, and I went through boot camp, and then was eventually certified, and then now I am an instructor.
So did you start out as a member?
No, so I started out as an instructor because we weren't open yet, and so I was there for the process of opening and doing the sales at the beginning and recruiting people and just training other instructors, and I just went through that whole process before. So I actually taught the first class once we opened, so I just started right off the bat as an instructor.
How did seeing the gym from the beginning impact you?
I think it had a big impact. So the studio, we have gone through multiple different owners at this point. We've kind of had a little bit of a rough patch as far as ownership goes, but I think seeing it from the very beginning to now where it is, it's really cool because we've grown as a studio. And one thing that we really emphasize and that we really focus on in our studio is just the membership and the relationships that we have with each other. And so whether it's with the instructors and their relationships with each other, or the instructor and the client and the members, our relationships. And so it's cool to see our relationships grow, and it's cool to see our members become friends and then like hanging out outside of the studio, just doing stuff like that because of the experience that they've had inside Cycle Bar.
Okay, and what have you learned as being an instructor with these relationships with members?
So I have learned a lot. Working in the fitness industry is definitely different, and I think that you learn how to deal with different people and you learn how to handle different situations, and working in the fitness industry is something that can be very sensitive, and you have to really watch what you say sometimes, and there are a lot of times where instructors will say the wrong things and kind of put the wrong things into people's minds. And so I definitely have learned to think before I speak and just kind of be just more personable and just have relationships and building those relationships, no matter if it's a new member or if it's somebody who's been at the studio since we opened.
You think you could take that away to outside of the fitness industry?
Absolutely. I think that I do. I think that you can, and I think that I have. It's definitely been something that has grown me as a person because I've been able to just make different relationships and learn that when you're in the working field, no matter what industry it is, that you definitely have to build those relationships and you have to keep those wherever you are. So I think that just being not just an instructor, but just a member of Cycle Bar as a whole has definitely grown me as a person.
Well, thank you. Well, that'll wrap us up. Thank you again, Aly Covington, for joining us. I've been Sam Danneberg, and this has been Sitting Down with Sam on Public Access. Stay tuned for this week's new episode of Juegos de Fuego, and we'll see you next week.